So here let me show you, friends, the first way of executing a thread, executing to perform the operation. So how you can do it here, your first one is just you need to extend a class thread. That's all. And now what happened, my friends, when I open this particular class, when I open the declaration, you can see it implement an interface. That interface is not runnable. So we'll talk about it, but if you carefully see the methods available here, you can just use the method that says the next thread number, and you can see some more available here. Let me search for a start. Start is not available. See here, you can see let me use something here. Yeah, the start method is available. So when you call the start, it will start running the thread. There are some more methods. One of the methods says the priorities. You can not a methods, there are the static instance variable, static variables that says you can decide the priority of a threads. Let me check it out. You can see the two methods, two values, maximum priority. You can check it out here. You can see here in a thread class we are having the minimum priority, the maximum priority, and the normal priorities. By default it is normal priorities. Now let's say I want to run a thread. I want to run a thread that inside this method. That means I want to run a method, something that can run on when thread want to execute it. Let's say I will say public void let's say my thread. So this is a method that I want to run, and when it should run, it will just print for, let's say, int I is 0, and let's say I should be less than 10, and it will print the value of I. So I will take out here system dot println. It will just print the value is plus I. Now how I can run this? Normally what basically do, we need to create an object of thread demo. So let me create it, thread demo, let td here, new thread, thread demo, like this. I need to do this something like this. So what I can do out here now, I can just use a thread concept, and then I can run this particular method. Let me do it something like this. As we know, we extended a class named the thread, okay, that is used for the concurrent operations. So here there is a method named start. So if I use here something like td.start, okay, see, it's a thread, cause thread to be in execution, the Java virtual machine called run method in the thread. So there is one method available that says, okay, run the thread. So let me run it here. Here when I just something you can see when I run it, it won't give you any type of specifics. Why? Because there is a method available in the thread. So when you call the start method, okay, when you call the start method of the thread, so it is going to be a lifecycle method of a thread. Once you call the start, it will try calling the method available that say I will find run. So you can see there is a method that say run, okay. So start method will call this method that is run. So whatever you put inside the run, that is going to be the thread of execution. So that's why, my friend, remember, you need to create an object. If you are dealing with extending a class, create an object, and then you can invoke a method that is the start. Start will invoke a method that is a run. So if I put here, let's say if I override the method here as a run, if I override here, you can see I'm overriding a method run, okay, and inside the run I'm going to call the myThread method like this, okay. And now when I run it, see, when I run it, it will automatically call the run method. You can see it is running, and it automatically call the run method, and run method it will call the myThread method. So this is a very simple example of thread. Just try to remember You can use you can extend a class, that a thread. Okay, you can create an object of thread. So how you can create an object of thread? If you go with the definition of the thread class, you can see at the top here, this class, if you see it's the public class. So you can directly create an object of the thread. How you can create an object directly without creating an object of thread demo? You can simply do it. See, thread, and let's say T, and here new thread, like this. You can also go in this way also. Okay, T dot start. Okay, so here if I say the start, and what will happen if I go with the start? It will only run the first one. It won't run the second one because this is a separate class. Okay, this is a separate class. Okay, and we are not extending it. So we always go with the first method, first way. First class is class that is extend the thread and do whatever you want. But there is a limitation of extending a thread. The limitation says, okay, whenever you want to implement the concept of thread, you need to extend it. So suppose in a 10 classes, you want to use the concept of thread. That means you are extending the thread class 10 times. So what will be the solution? The solution is the interface. You can use the runnable interface that we can talk about it in the next chapter.